Hello, this is Andrew DiPaola at New World Title. I want to talk to you today a little bit about some of the GCAAR forms changes that came about in February. Not too many major changes, really just some kind of clerical changes, making things a little bit easier on the contract, revising some of the forms as well. So just a couple of the highlights. On the sales contract, the paragraph about property maintenance and condition, I guess there was some confusion there about what would happen if neither of those boxes were checked. Date of offer, date of home inspection. So they put in a default there that just basically says if no box is checked, then the contract is going to be deemed to be relying on the date of the offer. They also changed the wood destroying insect inspection paragraph. So it used to be that you had to have a report, had to be dated within 60 days. They removed that requirement for the number of days. And they also actually changed it to remove the requirement of the seller to do any treatment unless there's live insects. So the distinction there is that they have to be active. If there's just like evidence of dead termites, carbon bees, things like that, the seller actually doesn't have to do anything. So that's kind of a bit of a change in the contract there, just for clarity purposes. Also, another one, there's the paragraph on alternate financing. Comes up a lot when the buyer's trying to change financing and kind of what are the regulations. They had something in the contract about it, and it's been moved out of the contract now, and it's just in the financing addendum. So if you're in conventional, it's in there. If you're in FHA, that's in there. So that used to be paragraph 15, and it's been removed. One of the changes, and kind of I think makes sense for us, and it's in the title paragraph. It's talking about if there's a title issue and kind of what happens if there's a title issue. So it used to just say something along the lines of, the seller had 30 days to cure the title issue. So that's been clarified to basically say, again, title's got to be good and marketable, and who's making that determination is now the settlement agent. So there's a little bit of ambiguity about who determines if title is not good and marketable and insurable. So it clearly says that the settlement agent makes the determination, and I'll quote the paragraph. It's saying, if as determined by the settlement agent, title is not in the required condition by the settlement date, said date shall automatically be extended by 30 days. So it's saying if the settlement agent is saying title is not clear on the settlement date, there's an automatic 30-day extension now, and that's referred to as the extended settlement date. A couple other minor changes. One was that box you all know at the bottom about date of ratification. So what GCAAR did is they went ahead and moved it below to this section called for informational purposes only. So basically filling it out isn't a requirement. Nobody has to fill it in. It's essentially there for informational purposes only. So the date that gets filled in, again, the date that the last party has all the contractual pieces of the contract. But again, now it's just for informational, so it's not like a required piece of the contract. One other change, not the main body of the contract, but it's in the addenda that I want to talk about, is the pre and post settlement occupancies. So they used to be in the addendum clauses A, addendum clauses B, respectively. Those have been removed, and now it's simply just a separate addenda for each. So if you're familiar at all with the NVAR form, it's very similar to that. So it's been kind of wholly redone and clarified to show kind of what the deposit is, when that's released, what the occupancy charge is, and all that. So those are just kind of a few of the changes, more of the kind of high level changes. There are some other changes to leases and things like that. So if you have questions about those, feel free to reach out to us. Go ahead and take a look at those forms, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you have. Have a good day.